after word, I feel the rising tension. But you won't open up. Oh, it's okay if it's fun, but it's not. Cause I don't really wanna talk. No wonder why you're alone. I let you too close. Oh no, I walk away, but I ain't losing. Oh no, I'm tired of people trying to fool me. Cause I learned the price of love. Don't give away any more that easily. I just wanna level up. Cause I'm stronger than I was, not the strongest that Close your eyes. Would you dream for me some paradise? Tell me who you see, 'cause I think I do want you next to me. Want you next to me, but does this work? 'Cause I know I can't get to you. I like the chase, and I know you do too. Am I just in love with the idea of you? 'Cause across a million seas, would you do that for me? Yeah, I'd fly this whole world twice if I could be your paradise. Close your eyes. Will you dream for me some paradise? Tell me who you see, 'cause I think I know what you mean to me. What you mean to me, but does this work? Only 'cause we never say what we think, waiting for the perfect way. Time zone speak, got me on delay, 'cause across a million seas, would you do that for me? Fly the goddamn road 3 times, and I run all the red lights across a million seas, just to have you next to me. Paris and Tokyo, I go where I have to go. Screw geography, but would you do that for me? When we were 15, I remember the car rides, small fights, conversations all night. I never saw you as anything more than a friend, but now I see you in a new light. We're getting older, there's a sparkle in your eyes that wasn't there before. Give me butterflies, it makes me wonder if there could be something more. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't want I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. I don't wanna wonder what could have been. So baby, take my hand and let my love in. We were only kids when we first met. Now let's discover what we haven't yet. When I opened up the door, it led me back to you. Busy, I've been chasing waterfalls. I stopped believing in some kind of miracle, and I've been staring at the sun for too damn long. But when I opened up the door, it led me back to you. When I opened up the door, it led me back to you. Let me back to you.
Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna give. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna say goodbye. No. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. Never gonna say goodbye, no. Never gonna say goodbye, no.
miles away from home. Steps were difficult, I'm exhausted, but I did not fall. I hope something good is coming up. Free like a bird, but also bound up, and my footsteps on the ground. I raise my head, listen to the sound. I'm happy with what I have found. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. No one ever told me how hard it's gonna be. My way is full of branches like the roots of a tree. Where should I go from here? I need a good advice. The elders waiting for me at sunrise. I'm in the prison, open doors, 10 directions on the floor. I lose my mind, lose my sight. Tell me how I'm gonna win this fight. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Take the courage, babe. Everybody breaks. This is not your fate. Happen you take. 'Cause I would rather die to live a life not being who I wanna be. Have you ever tried? Everybody ready? 'Cause I would rather die. This is not your time. 'Cause I would rather die.
I don't wanna start it. Don't tell me where it is when I know it's not. Don't think it too hard, yeah. Your friends saying that she's not good enough, go on and burn that picture. Do what your mama taught ya, 'cause you fuck with danger. You fuck with the pretty faces coming back harder. Now I'm talking about me, nothing but you. Don't take it personally. I've got issues, bigger issues. Now what do you see? All that you want, I'm gonna have you. Take my word for it, babe. I ain't coming back for you. Tell me how it feels, babe. Tell me how it feels when I touch your skin. How till it burns, babe. So I know when you feel what I feel. So go on and be the man that you want. I was way more than what you deserve. Your toxins run through me, my presence appealing. You don't have to tell me I'm downright crazy. Oh, nothing about me. Don't take it personally. You've got issues, big issues. Now what do you see? All that you want, they're gonna have you. Take one for it, babe. I ain't coming back for you. I've been going off for broke for my friends to like me, oh, but I know they see right through me cause they listen to my songs, yeah. But I don't care, no baby, I don't care. People always tell me take a breath, hey, hey, hey. I've been looking for something that haunts me all night. I've been staying up hours until the sunrise. Just so casual, always living the same life. I don't really mind, but I just need to take some time to get away. Is there something I could take for this pain to go away? Cause I've tried 100 methods and they always seem to fail. Am I crazy? Don't tell me I'm crazy. I just need to find another way. Hey, hey, hey. I've been looking for something that haunts me all night. I've been staying up hours until the sunrise. Just so casual, always living the same life. I don't really mind, but I just need to take some time to get away. For me, myself and I, cause I'm so bloody tired, yeah. But I'm alright, trust me babe, I'm alright. I'll just sit back and enjoy the ride. Hey, hey, hey. I've been looking for something that haunts me all night. I've been staying up hours until the sunrise. It's so casual, always living the same life. I don't really mind, but I just need to take some time to get away. Since you told me hi on a starry night, it was easy to catch me with your big brown eyes and the way you smile. I guess that you believe in me, the thing inside is killing me. I'm holding on, I'm holding on. I just wanna get you forever. Forever,
All right, good evening, Tonbridge. How are we doing? It's Sunday night, which means I'm back again with you. It's time for the big Tonbridge online pub quiz. So, what's going down? How's things? Things getting better? Things getting worse? I think they're getting a little bit better, aren't they? I think people are starting to get out and about and do a few bits and pieces. Getting out to the supermarkets, to the beaches. Maybe too many people on the beaches. I don't know. But anyway, tell us in the feed over here. How are you coping? Are you doing well? Are you managing to see people now? Is it coming to an end? I don't know. Let's not get political. Let's have a quiz. Who's saying hello then? Elena is the first person to say hello this evening, playing along in Lyre, which is where my sister, brother-in-law, nieces and nephew all live. Batman and Catwoman are joining us this evening. They should be out crime fighting, obviously, but taking their time to come and do a quiz. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. They've been waiting all day for it. I mean, that's such a lovely thing to say. I'm kind of taken aback when people say things like that, because for me, I'm just having a bit of fun, and it seems as though you're reacting to it and enjoying it. Good evening to Tracy from Cheam, and Carol, who's playing with the Mayors there, and Daniel is in 5 Oak Green, looking over at the counter. It's ticking along. 92 players, 93 players. It's going up every second. You can see the feed over here and the counter over here. It's just gone down again. Some people logged out. They'll log back in a second. If you're watching this stream and wondering what the hell is going on, let's start at the beginning. My name is Mark. I'm a professional quizmaster. I am Tonbridge born and bred. I am a big Angels fan, as you can see. I've now become accustomed to wearing my shirt at every single quiz. Back in mid-March when lockdown hit, as an actor and a presenter, all my work just ended, which is understandable. So I had to quickly flip some fun events that I was doing in my city where I live and put them online, and that's what I did. They became a relative success, and my sister suggested that we take them and we do them to raise some money for a charity at home, and that's what this quiz is. It is a charity quiz that's also bringing, we hope, a bit of pleasure every Sunday night to the town of Tonbridge. So last week we had 240 people coming in and playing, which is the most that we've ever had. Will we get that tonight? Will we beat it? Will we hit 250? I don't know. We're approaching 100 as it is. Lots of people have been logging into the Facebook page for the first time, so fingers crossed. Will we get there? I don't know. So if you're watching the stream, you're wondering what's going on, you don't play the quiz on this stream. You watch the stream, you listen to me talking rubbish, and you need to log in using a mobile phone, a tablet or a laptop, and you go to www.myquiz.org, and this little code that you can see up here, 391823, you just tap that in, and that's how you play along. So let's talk about last week. It was very, very exciting. 2 weeks ago, it was a complete walkover, but last week it was much, much closer. Look at these scores. Now, for 2 weeks in a row, Just a Mum 85 took the honours and took the top prize. But look at the score. 222, beating Steph C into second place, who was tied with Nosy Noisy on 221. Just 1 point separating our top two. And then amazingly, just 1 point behind them, the Cheekies and the Williamses, who are insisting on keeping that name and making my life a misery as I try and read out the scores as we go. They were just 1 point behind as well. So the top five, just 2 points separating them all. And then incredibly, just 1 point further back was our sixth place finisher, David, on 219. But if you were in the top 10 there, bear in mind that we had 240 players. So just getting into the top 10 is somewhat of an achievement. But Just a Mum seems to be the person to beat. The week before, she won by about 60 odd points. It was quite a remarkable win. But last week, just 1 point. So she is your target tonight, people. That is the standard that we are looking for. Can you beat Just a Mum? We will find out. So let's come back and see if anybody else is saying hello. Please log into the YouTube and chat to us throughout the evening, because it does make my life a little bit more fun, a little bit easier when I've got some stuff to interact with. If you're looking at the YouTube feed and you can't work out how to chat, there are 3 little dots that you might see. Live chat, just tap on those, it will appear, poof, and you just join in like that. You might have to log in, but please do, and just talk to us. Okay, Graham, good evening, mate. He's desperately out to beat Just a Mum or Nosy Noisy, as always. Auntie Celia and Mark there playing along again. I'm not sure who won last time. The Planks, the sisters, mother and father-in-law joining us tonight. I'm sure that Lindsay and Nick will be playing as well, my sister and brother-in-law. They've been down at the coast today. I saw they got very lucky. They were down at Hastings, but not Hastings. They said they were down a bit. You need to travel down a bit. Found the beach with nobody on it. Took the kids down there, had the greatest time. Sent me a video, and it was just remarkable. memorable. I mean, yeah, that's the way to do it. Get away from them arcades, you don't need all that rubbish. Move along the coast a little bit, find a nice bit where there's no one around and have a nice day out like my sister and the family did earlier. Right, so how does this quiz work? We have got lots of people joining in for the first time, so let's tell you how it works. Here we go. Here's the scoring. It's very, very simple. When we start, there will be 50 back-to-back questions. All of those questions will have multiple choice answers, A, B, C, D, etc. All you've got to do is read the question or listen to me reading the question and tap the answer that you think is correct. If you are correct, you get 5 points. It couldn't be any simpler. 5 points if you're correct, and a big fat 0 if you get it wrong. Don't worry if you get it wrong. We just move straight on to the next question. You only get 15 seconds to answer, so you have to be nice and quick. If you fail to answer, you'll just get 0. And then we have a 30-second gap in between each question, so you can relax, take a breath, get ready for the next question to appear on your screen. Now, we do have some bonus-style questions in the quiz. There's one near the beginning, one in the middle, one near the end. And those ones, you can get big points because they will be a question that has multiple correct answers. And you have to select all of the correct answers to get big points because you get 5 points for each answer that is correct. However, if you click just one incorrect answer, your other correct answers for that question become worth just 1 point. So it's quite simple. If you get all 15 points. If you say you get 2 of them and 1 wrong, you would only score 2 points, 1 for each of the 2 correct ones, and then your score drop down because you got 1 wrong. If you only get 1 right, it's just 1 point. If you get them all wrong, 0. All right, simple as that. Speed bonus as well, 3, 2 and 1. And these speed bonuses, as you saw last week, can be very, very important. If one of the guys in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th had got just 1 extra speed bonus, they might well have won last week. So 3 points if you're the fastest on the question, 2 points if you're 2nd fastest, and 1 point if you are the 3rd fastest person to answer. It's as simple as that. Okay, back to the feed. I'm looking over here. It's still ticking along nicely. 131 players now logging in. I know that we've got lots of new people joining, so some of them will be still struggling with how the sign-in works, but hopefully that number is going to go up. What else we got? Thanks, Mark, for the birthday wishes on Friday. It was indeed my birthday. I was, what should we say, 32? I'll take that. I'm lying, but who's going to argue with me? No one's here. I did it on my own. It was a bit sad, really, but we're still under lockdown where I'm living and we're not allowed out. So I did go for a run and that was it. That was my birthday and I did a load of work. So, happy days. Wonderful. Wendy, she's giving a shout out to Jazz Baz and Minds and Mythos, apparently. I don't know what that is. Evening from Fiona, the Wrens in Kings Hill. They've managed to get the kids to sleep. That seems to be the de rigueur for a lot of people on a Sunday night. Get the kids to bed so that we can go and quiz. Good evening to my sister Lindsay. Hopefully you and Nick are playing along again. That's great. So 143, 147. Look at that. It's just jumped up again. So lots of you signing in. We'll leave you to sign in as we have 6.5 minutes to go. Do not panic. Do not panic if we reach 0. The quiz will start as and when I push the button, all right? So we'll give people plenty of time to log in because I expect that number to go right up. Good evening to Jasmine, shouting out to the Griggs family who are playing along in Tonbridge. When you tell us you're in Tonbridge, please tell us where you are because I'm very interested to know whereabouts in the town you are. So, prizes. We've got prizes. Here you go. Here's your winner's prize. As always, these wonderful people down at the George and Dragon. Just a Mum 85 has enjoyed 2 bottles of the Prosecco delivered to her home now. Will somebody else step in tonight and pinch it from her? If you win this evening, thanks to Garth, the landlord at one of Tunbridge's oldest and best pubs, the George and Dragon, will come out to you Monday or Tuesday probably, and he will hand deliver a nice bottle of Prosecco to your home. Now, I know the George has got a small garden, I think, at the back, from memory. It's been a while since I've been there, and I go there for football, not to stand outside smoking because I'm a non-smoker. But if they have got a garden, I believe that soon you're going to be allowed to go into the pub gardens. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But in the meantime, if you want to do takeaway deliveries, you can order between 4:30 and 6:30, and then Graham comes out and delivers in the evening after 6:30. You must place your order before 6, and there's Garth's number and his email if you want to order in. But do keep an eye out for when the pubs are opening with the gardens and get along and support them because they are essentially small businesses and we should be supporting small businesses. Let's have a look at 25th place tonight, and this is indeed a small business and a first-time donor. Thank you very much to Kim at Jarvis Beauty, who's going to give us this big lovely pack of beauty products this evening. Lots of nice little bits and pieces in there, and she will get that delivered to you sometime next week. And if you'd like to look up Jarvis Beauty and their products, feel free to at jarvisbeauty.com. You can look them up on Facebook at Jarvis Beauty as well. They are luxury products. They're very well priced, despite having the luxury label attached to them. But they are luxurious because they are paraben free. They're not tested on animals. They are all the way from Francais. And also, you can register as a VIP on her website to get 10% off your first order, and lots of other lovely exclusive offers as well. And it's completely free to become a VIP. So if you want to order in something and support a nice little local business, please consider Jarvis Beauty at jarvisbeauty.com, or as I say, look them up on Facebook. So thank you very much, Kim. That is for our 25th place tonight. And then we move on to our regular donor, Graham at Sports GB Massage. And this has actually become a very popular prize. And I know that because obviously I talked to the winners after the quiz to get their details. And people get so excited. Now, what is happening more often than not is people are coming to me with this prize and saying, I've got the perfect person that needs this. And that's fine. If you want to gift it to someone that's in the town that could really benefit from it, absolutely. But if you want to take it yourself, you do that as well. So Graham is based in Bibra. He can visit local as well. Graham, you'll have to tell me as and when you're going to be able to start taking bookings. I'm guessing it's soon, but I'm sure you'll tell me. But if you finish in 50th place tonight, you'll get a 1-hour session with Graham. You can take a sports massage, you can do deep tissue. If you want to do something a bit more sort of relaxing, you can go for Swedish or holistic, and it's very good for pre and postnatal massage as well. Please support them at sportsmassage.gb on Facebook, and you can see the contact details there. And then we move on to 100th place. It's the return of a donor, which is your local Waitrose, right in the centre of the high street there. And tonight they're giving you, if you finish in 100th place, tea and biscuits, but it's so much more than just tea and biscuits. So you can see from the picture, it's actually this really lovely set from the V&A. It's part of the V&A collection with those beautiful cups as well. And that's going to be all yours thanks to Angie and the team down at Waitrose if you finish in 100th position this evening. You will need to go along and pick it up on Wednesday or Thursday. Now, we say Wednesday or Thursday because Angie is a big fan of the quiz and she likes to be there to see you when you come and pick it up. Okay, so it's a nice community thing. You'll go along, you'll meet Angie, you'll get your gift, and hopefully we'll get a nice picture of you collecting it. So thank you to Angie and the team at Waitrose who are coming up with little prizes here and there, and they're really lovely prizes. I'd love to win this. Maybe my sister will win it, who knows. Yeah, thanks to you guys. We really appreciate it. Right, what else is going on over on the feed then? 182 people now signed in. Let's have a look over here. Look at all you people signing in. Okay, so where did we get to? We said hello to Jasmine. Daniel's going for a top 10 tonight. Jasmine, you're in Heim Lane. Know it very well. Very, very well. Rianne, the Wrens and Staffords are playing along. They're out to beat... trying to beat you tonight. I don't know who you're trying to beat, but just try and beat everyone. That's the best way of doing it. Nosy Noisy, good performance from you last week. See if you can improve this week. The Wrights are back again, playing against the Bacons. Third quiz for Susan. Good evening to you. 59th and 55th so far, so plenty to aim for. You know, you could go for a prize if you could just move up a couple of places. Thanks to Lynn and Frank there for wishing me a happy birthday. That's very kind of you. Yes, I know it's the twins' birthday on Wednesday. It's the most expensive day of the year for me. When you have twin nieces, it gets very expensive. Good evening, Sally. And the Foxes are accusing Batman and Robin of going down to the coast to check their eyesight. Who knows? We're not going to get all political, but he was a naughty boy, wasn't he? Let's leave it at that. All right, Angela, if you want to go in and say hello to Angie, that'll be fun. You don't have to become 100th, but you want to get 100th so you can go and say hello to Angie. Just go into Waitrose on Wednesday and Thursday and go to customer service and say, can I say hello to Angie, please? Hello, Angie, and then leave. And if we could just get loads of people doing that, that would be, for me, quite funny. But, you know, it's up to you. All right, so we're going to do some good again tonight. And you guys have been remarkable when it comes to the charity that we have chosen. This was one of the main reasons that my sister pushed me to do a quiz in Tonbridge. We were hoping to get a few £100s for... Sustain, the local food bank based at the Baptist Church. The reality is we've now gone through £2,500 donated to them. Now, let me tell you something about what you can see on the screen. Before lockdown, these guys were giving out around 30 emergency food parcels every single week to families and individuals that really needed the support of a local food bank. I spoke to Gemma at the food bank today, as I often do on a Sunday, and she told me that due to the crisis with what's been going on, with people being furloughed, with people losing their jobs, etc., they are now having to supply around 80 emergency food parcels every single week. So the total cost before was $1,000 to $1,500 each week. You can almost triple that at the moment with what they require. But as you may have seen last week, the money that we've managed to collect from you guys and donate direct to them, they've actually managed to start a brand new project where they're making healthy, fresh cooked food and taking that out to people that need it. So it's a wonderful thing that you guys are doing, and there's no obligation. This is a free quiz. First and foremost, you don't have to pay to do this quiz, but if you do have a good time, all that I say every week is donate the cost of a beer or a coffee that you might have bought from Starbucks today. Maybe give £1 or $2 that you may have passed over and put in the jug if you were at a quiz night tonight. That's all we ask. However, lots of you are very generous and you give more. You don't have to give anything because I know that not everyone can afford it, but please consider supporting Sustain, because the more we can raise, the more we can help. JustGiving.com/fundraising/Sustain Food Bank is the web address to go to. If you need the details, it is on our Facebook page, or you can contact me directly and I'll put you in touch with them. And please understand that all the money that you donate on Just Giving is ring fenced. It means it's put straight into the food bank. It doesn't get spent on anything else. And if you need the help of a food bank, please look them up. Sustain at Tonbridge Baptist Church. They are open for people to collect food parcels between 12 and 2 Monday to Friday. So it's a remarkable thing that we are achieving, everybody. £2,500 it's been raised up until today. So, I mean, that's just phenomenal. I don't know what to say. Just please keep it up, because we're going to be doing this for a few more weeks. Let's just keep going. Let's just see how much money we can raise, but only donate if you can afford to. The Pipers are in Hop Garden Road. Good evening to your fellow fat boys. I'm sort of one. Do you know what? I've lost weight. I'm one of those rare people that's managing to lose weight, because I am going out running. It's the only thing I can do. The Barnes clan are playing along. Happy quizzing from Matt and Gemma as well. Emma's claiming that she's tired and she's got grumpy children and she's making her excuses for not winning tonight. Emma is just a mum, so she's already making the excuses for not getting the hat trick. Emma, good luck to you, and thank you for supporting since day one. That's really good of you. The Pipers are playing. Matt, my brother, has managed to get the kids down and he's ready to play. Matthew has won a quiz, so let's see if you can do the same tonight. Now, we have reached 0. We will go over to our game screen in a second. We're hovering at around 215, so I don't know if we're going to beat the 240 that we had last week, but then people are out, aren't they? They're coming back from the coast and stuff like that. So still, more than 200 players is pretty darn special. Let's get ready then. Let's go over to our game screen and get ready. So the feed will now be over here. The questions will appear here and on your screens as well. If you don't want to play and you just want to watch, that's fine. You'll see the questions on the YouTube feed. A few more people are still signing in, but I think we're about ready to go. So 50 back-to-back questions. Remember, some of them have multiple answers. Remember, we do have some questions that we call first letter questions, where it's still a multiple choice option, but you have to select just one letter that the correct answer will begin with. Okay, so if we said what is la la, you would put T for Teletubbies. It will make sense. It will make sense as we go. Good luck then, everybody. People are still signing in, but they'll just miss a couple of questions. I will head over to my quiz and let's kick you off. Good luck. Let's see who comes out on top tonight. Here we go. Your first question is on your screens. Number 1, in which New York borough would you find Central Park? In which New York borough would you find Central Park? So it's a New York question to kick you off. Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, or the Bronx are your options. Tap the correct answer. That's all you've got to do. Nice simple one to kick you off. I expect lots of you to get this one right. And indeed you do. 82.1% knowing that it is in Manhattan. GK17 goes into the lead. Xanadu Flipper has 7 points. Foxy Fox 6. Laura B and Keza have 5. Laura B and Keza, you're separated by who answered that one quickest. And that is how we separate you if you are on a tie. Remember, there will be some questions in here tonight that are Tonbridge based as well. And I've really gone back into the trivia vaults to come up with some stuff tonight. You will see. All right, question number 2 coming up. Here it is. What is the only Disney movie to have ever been officially dubbed in a native African language? The Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, or Frozen? The Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, or Frozen? Good evening to you, Stephen. Thank you for joining in this evening. Time is up. The Lion King is the correct answer, and most of you getting that one right. It's dubbed in Zulu, the only ever African language officially for a Disney movie to be dubbed in. So well done if you got it. Evil Floof goes to the top of the tree, 13 points. You're tied with GK 17 on 13. Sorry. Matt and Nikki come in with 12. Xanadu Flipper have 12, and Foxy Fox have 11. So nice and close. Here comes question number 3. What rule is being used in Panama to limit the amount of people on the street during lockdown? Men one day, women the next. Under the age of 40 one day, over 40 next. Even birth date one day, odd birth date the next. Or employed people one day, or unemployed people the next. So, a long set of answers there. Just managed to get it out. But what is the correct answer? Yeah, the correct answer here is men one day, women the next. What do you think about that then? That's how they're separating people in Panama, and it's causing problems because there is a big trans community in Panama, and they are getting into trouble regardless of which day they go out. So it's become very political and very, very troublesome over there. But yeah, men one day, women the next. Would you like that? Maybe, maybe not. Evil Floof into the lead with 21. Matt and Nikki 17. Johnny B 16. Laura 15. Snoop Catty Cat 15. Here's your next question, number 4. In the children's books and films, what country is Paddington Bear from? Bolivia, Iceland, Peru, or Canada? Bolivia, Iceland, Peru, or Canada? So we're easing you in with a couple of relatively easy questions. Maybe the last one was tricky. But we just want a few of you to get some points, and 89.8% of you remembering that he does indeed come from Peru. Evil Floof, 26. Johnny B into second with 21. Snoop Catty Cat moving on up. You've got 20. Holtz, 92. Comes into the top 5, as does For the Love of It. You've both got 20 points each, and you are separated just by who answered that one quickest. Okay, so we're still looking for a Tonbridge question. We're looking for questions with multiple answers. There are some. They will appear eventually. Let's have a look at your next question. This is question number 5. Tonbridge question. If you were on a train leaving Tonbridge and you passed through the Summerhill Tunnel, which train station would you arrive at next? Hildenborough, High Brooms, Lye, or Sevenoaks? So the Summerhill Tunnel, obviously we've got lots of tunnels leaving Tonbridge or on the tracks going out of Tonbridge. But the Summerhill Tunnel, where would you be heading to? High Brooms is the correct answer. 68.6% of you getting it right. It's the 411-yard tunnel, and it's a single-track tunnel, which a lot of people don't realise. But between High Brooms and Tonbridge, there is single-track, which means you can only go along it, obviously, one way. And not a lot of people realise that, because obviously, it's 2 ways. There you go. You've learnt something. Evil Floof, 26. Snoop Catty Cat, 25. Jess, 25. Sappho, 25. VJR, 85, 25. Here's your next question, number 6. How many X's are there on a regular clock face with Roman numerals? 1, 2, 3, or 4? So maybe you've got a clock face somewhere that you can see in your living room, on your wrist. Count the X's. How many are there? Time is up. And just 31.1% of you getting this one right. The correct answer is 4. You've got IX, X, XI, and XII. So there would be 4 X's in total on the clock face. Snoop Catty Cat now goes into the lead. But will you look at this? Jess, Dooney, Steady Eddie, and Leno. That's your top 5. And you all have 30 points. Our top 5 are completely tied after 6 questions. You're all separated by who got that correct or who got it the fastest. Wow, nice close one tonight. No sign of just a mum yet. Number 7. In the opera by Rossini, what is the first name of the Barber of Seville? Tamino, Alfredo, Don Carlos, or Figaro? Tamino, Alfredo, Don Carlos, or Figaro? The Barber of Seville. Do you know your operas? Yeah, half of you do. 49.6% getting Figaro. You might recall it from an episode of Only Fools and Horses, where Del Boy starts singing Figaro, 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 but he's at the wrong opera. Figaro is from The Barber of Seville. Snoop Catty Cat, 35. Team Barrett, 35. Dave Gooders, 35. Steady Eddie, 35. Leno, 35. Boy, oh boy, we have a close one this evening. Nothing to separate you apart from who is answering the quickest. Here's your next question, number 8. So first letter question, what is the main sugar found in milk? Your answer begins with M, I, L, or K. What is the main sugar called that is found in milk? M, I, L, or K? Right, time up. The correct answer we were looking for here is L, which stands for lactose, and lots of you picking up on that, 87.4% of you getting it right. And would you believe it, I mentioned her name and poof, there she is, straight into the lead. Just a Mum, 85, gets it right with a speed bonus and goes into the lead, clear by 1 point. Snoop Caddy Cat drops to second, Team Barrett in third, Dave Gooders 40, Steady Eddie 40, so just 1 point between you all. The second, third, fourth and fifth, you're separated by fastest finger. All right, question 9. Which artist has the record for performing in front of the biggest crowd ever, 3.5 million people, on Copacabana Beach in Brazil on New Year's Eve 94? Fatboy Slim, Tina Turner, Rod Stewart, Robbie Williams. So the biggest concert in history. It had 3.5 million people attend, but who were they watching? Tricky question. Rod Stewart is the correct answer here. Lots of you going for Fatboy Slim because he's famously done some pretty massive concerts, both in Brazil and, of course, in Brighton, his hometown. But it was Rod Stewart. 3.5 million people came out for Rod Stewart. So with just 21.3% of you getting it, that separated you a little bit. Just a Mum in the lead, 46. Johnny B, 44. Flip Flop, 43. Snoop Caddy Cat dropping back a bit. You have 40 on fourth place, and Yellow Jacket into the top 5, also with 40 points. So Just a Mum setting the pace. Here's number 10. What is the loudest creature on Earth? Blue whale, howler monkey, African elephant, Congo lion. The loudest creature on Earth. Blue whale, howler monkey, African elephant, Congo lion. Answers are still flying in. The blue whale is the correct answer. 44.5% of you getting it. It can reach up to about 188 decibels, and a rock concert, by comparison, a full rock concert is around 115. So they are pretty damn loud. Johnny B gets it right and goes into the lead by 2 points. 50 points at the top of the tree. Flip Flop, 48. Just a Mum drops down to third with 46. Evil Flu fighting back a little bit. You've got 46 as well. And Dooney, you are there in fifth place on 45 points. 10 questions down, 40 to go. Here's number 11. Multiple answers. Select 3 songs whose titles do not appear in the lyrics. Bohemian Rhapsody, Paint It Black, Space Oddity, Smells Like Teen Spirit and The Pretender are your options. 3 of them are song titles that are not in that song's lyrics. But which 3? Let's see if this separates everybody. Tricky question. Okay, so Bohemian Rhapsody, Space Oddity by David Bowie and Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana are the correct answers. Paint It Black by the Stones is mentioned in the lyrics, and Pretender, the Foo Fighters, multiple times in that song. So, Johnny B, good question for you. You're now right out in the lead, 65. Matt and Nikki jump up into second, 62. Just a Mum gets it as well, 61. The Grand Inquisitor comes into the top 5, as does Chalice and Chalice. So, good question for you two. Well done. Here's number 12. The Disney film Big Hero 6 is set in which futuristic city? New Yorkio, San Francisco, Chicago-kio. I knew I wouldn't say it. Bostokio. You can read them. Chicago-kio. That is a horrible word to say, but is it correct? Let's find out. What have you gone for? The correct answer here is San Francisco, which is probably the easiest one out of the lot to say. 55.5% of you getting it right. Johnny B gets it right. Stays ahead of Matt and Nikki by 3 points, so it's 70 to 67. Just a Mum still hanging around as well. She has 66. The Grand Inquisitor is still in fourth place on 62, and Gary Roy Parker comes into the top 5 for the first time. Good evening to you, mate. You have 60 points. You're 10 points off the lead, so very, very close. Here is question number 13. Which of the following was a 1997 hit song for the German DJ Sash? Brazil, Peru, Colombia, or Ecuador? Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador. One of them was a hit for Sash. Now, I won't lie to you, there were a few times I danced the night away in the Hog's Head to this. Ecuador is the correct answer, 42.5% of you getting it right. It got to number 2 over there, and it was number 1 in Romania, if anyone's interested. Johnny B, you know your stuff tonight, mate, 75 points. Matt and Nikki, 72. Just a Mum, 71. Grand Inquisitor and the New Court Dwellers make up our top 5. So as you can see, speed bonuses here could really help. Just for a speed bonus for one of the top 2, we'll push them right up. Okay. Next question, number 14. Which of these people was born in the same year as Queen Elizabeth II, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Pope John Paul II, or Clint Eastwood? One of them was born and would have been the same age, or is the same age as the Queen, if they're still alive. One of them is. Time is up. Marilyn Monroe is the correct answer. Nobody was really too sure here. Almost an exact split across the 4 answers, but Marilyn Monroe is the correct answer. 29.8% of you getting it right. Both born in 26. Elvis was 35. Pope John Paul II was 1920. Clint Eastwood is 1930, born in 1930. Matt and Nikki into the lead, but you're tied with Johnny B, both on 80 points. Just a mum, you have 76. The Grand Inquisitor, 73. Jukebox Dave, back into the top 5. You have 70 points, and we move on to question number 15. What was the first name of the 19th century Russian composer Mussorgsky? Was it modest, humble, shy, or vain? The first name of the 19th century Russian composer Mussorgsky. Modest, humble, shy, or vain? Time is up. The correct answer here is modest. Modest. He was part of the group known as the Five, and he was an innovator of Russian music in the Romantic period. But why am I telling you that? You knew that. Matt and Nikki, outright lead now, 87, picking up a speed bonus. Well done. Johnny B, 85. Grand Inquisitor, you've got 81. Just a Mum drops down to 4th with 81. Evil Floof makes an appearance again in 5th place with 75. So after 15 questions, it's just a 12-point gap. So super close. Here's your next question. Angela Rippon and Tom Coyne were the first 2 presenters of which TV show? Top Gear, Antiques Roadshow, Opportunity Knocks, or This Is Your Life? Angela Rippon and Tom Coyne. First 2 presenters of which show? Time is up. And answers are in. The correct answer here is Top Gear, believe it or not. 24.9% of you getting it right. 1977 was when they first started presenting it. Angela Rippon did present in 1980 the Antiques Roadshow for 16 episodes only. But she and Tom Coyne were indeed the very first 2 presenters of Top Gear. Matt and Nikki knew it, 92 points. Johnny B, you're behind by 7 now, 85. Grand Inquisitor, 81. Just a Mum, 81. Jukebox Dave, 80. They should get her back, right, Angela Rippon? Why not? How many hours are there in a week? 154, 158, 164, 168. How many hours are there in a week? Oh, I hate questions like this. Even when I've got time to think about it, math just goes pfft. Especially when you've only got 15 seconds to work it out. Let's have a look and see if you've got it. Tough one, but the majority of you getting it right. 48.7% knowing it is 168, and that was a great question for Matt and Nikki. 97 points, and they are approaching the 100-point barrier. Just a Mum, 85, coming back. She's into 2nd place with 86. Jukebox Dave, 85. Johnny B, 85. The Grand Inquisitor, 81. So all of a sudden, we have some competition for Just a Mum. It's Matt and Nikki leading the way, and a big lead as well of 11 points. Number 18. Who did artist Grant Wood use as the model for the farmer in this classic painting American Gothic? Was it his dentist, his father, his high school teacher, or himself? So who is that in the picture? That's not the full picture, but it's all you need to see. So the model for American Gothic was indeed his dentist, 24.7%. His name was Byron McKeeby, and he was 62 years old in 1930 when he painted him. So his dentist is the correct answer. Matt and Nikki get it and pass the 100-point barrier. Well done, you. Johnny B, still in 2nd place, but you're 10 points behind now, 92 points. Just a Mum in 3rd, 91. Evil Floof, 88. The Grand Inquisitor, 86. So some real competition tonight. That's what we like to see, but plenty of opportunity for people to catch up. Here's number 19. Which is the largest island in Japan? Hokkaido, Kyushu, Okinawa, Honshu. Do you know your Japanese islands? If not, take a guess. It doesn't matter. You can only get a 0. All right, time is up. The correct answer is Honshu. 30.3% of you getting it right, and it's by far the biggest island. It goes Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, Shikoku, and Okinawa in order of the biggest Japanese islands. Matt and Nikki, 107 points. Just a Mum, 2nd place, 98. But Johnny B is tied with you on 98. The Grand Inquisitor, 94. Evil Floof, still hanging around in the top 5 with 93 points. So a 9-point lead for Matt and Nikki as we head on to question number 20. What is the name of the virtual reality software that features in the film Ready Player One? Is it called Oasis, Blur, Pulp, or Placebo? Oasis, Blur, Pulp, or Placebo? Have you seen the film Ready Player One? It's very good. I watched it in the recent weeks because I'm basically completing Netflix, and it is on there. Oasis is the correct answer, 46.5%. Look it up, even if you're not a fan of pop culture and stuff. It's a very good film. It was pleasantly surprised. So, 46.5% of you getting it right. Matt and Nikki gets it right. Johnny B, you get it right, 103. You're through that 100-point barrier. Justin Mum as well, 103. Evil Floof breaks 100 as well, 101. And Jukebox Dave, 95. Lisa, you're absolutely right. It's an interesting film. But I've been told the book is even better. I've got to try and get a copy of the book. Number 21. At the Tour de France, which jersey is awarded to best young rider? White, yellow, polka dot or green? White, yellow, polka dot or green? Which of them is the best young rider? I guess you could look at the picture and try and work out which one looks the youngest, maybe? I don't know. So the best young rider is awarded to white, 34.5% of you getting that one right. Tough one. You have to be under the age of 25. Yellow is the overall leader. Polka dot is for the King of the Mountains, and green is awarded to the sprint or the points champion. They call it the sprint champion as well because you have to be fast to get the points. Matt and Nikki, you're in the lead, but your score is being caught up here. 117 to Justin Mum on 110. Evil Floof third, 109. Going ahead of Johnny B, who's on 108. Jukebox Dave breaks 100 points and is on 100 points. Here's your next question. It's a swell picture. Have a look at it. Who is it? Is it David Attenborough, Jim Broadbent, Ian McKellen, or David Jason? Who do you think that is? It's a tough one. I imagine lots of people are doing this with their phones and tablets right now. Right, the correct answer here, it's not tough for you guys. 65.5% getting it right. That is indeed David Jason, the legend that is David Jason. In fact, I mentioned him earlier, Del Boy. Matt and Nikki, 117. Justin Mum, 110. Evil Floof, 109. Johnny B, 108. Jukebox Dave, 105. So, our leaders not getting too much wrong here, but it is very close. From first to fifth, just a 12-point gap. There will be a multiple answer question coming up very soon. Maybe that will separate you a little bit. Let's have a look at question number 23. The Hope Diamond, one of the most famous jewels in the world, was mined in which country? India, South Africa, Australia or Russia? India, South Africa, Australia or Russia? Where did they find the Hope Diamond? There is the Hope Diamond in the picture, if you're wondering what it might look like. Time is up. Correct answer is India, and just 19.6% of you getting this one right. It was discovered in the Collar Mine in the mid-17th century. It's now on permanent display at the National Museum of Natural History in the United States, and it's obviously priceless. Matt and Nikki, great question for you. 125 points. Evil Floof jumps all the way up into second. Johnny B, 113. Jukebox Dave, 110. And Justin Mum knocked down to fifth place, but you've got 110 points as well, and still very much in touch. So Matt and Nikki leading the way as we head to question number 24. Look at the picture. This man was the lead singer of which 1990s boy band? Westlife, 5, E17 or Blue? Westlife, 5, E17 or Blue? So can you keep it up, Matt? That's what she said. E17 is the correct answer. That is Tony Mortimer. He's put on a bit of timber, isn't he? You know, since his heyday. But then we all remember him from the late 80s and early 90s, really, when he was a bit limber. Remember E17? One bloke that could sing, one bloke that could sing sort of, and two blokes that could dance badly behind them. That was a band, apparently. Matt and Nikki, 130. Johnny B, second place, 118. Evil Floof, 116. Jukebox Dave, 115. Justin Mum, falling away a little bit, not recognising Tony Mortimer there. 110. Okay, next question, number 25. Oh, it's multiple answers. Select the 3 brands of gin in this list. Maxwell, Bombay Sapphire, Tanqueray, Queen Margot, Roku. 3 of them are brands of gin. 2 of them are not. Jammer, it's bad, isn't it, when we have a question about E17 and that makes us feel old? That is terrible. All right, tricky one this. Bombay Sapphire, just about everybody got it. Tanqueray is correct. And Roku is a popular Japanese gin. Queen Margot and Maxwell are Scotch's own brand label from Lidl. So if you want to get yourself a Scotch from Lidl, you can go and have some Maxwell or Queen Margot. So did that change things? Well, it did. Johnny B, good question. Knows his gin into the lead. 133. Then it's Matt, Nikki, Evil Floof, Grand Inquisitor, and the Nameless Horror comes into the top 5. 26, look at the picture. Whose autograph? John Lennon, Orlando Bloom, Jude Law, O.J. Simpson. It's a very lazy autograph, but whose is it? John Lennon, Orlando Bloom, Jude Law, O.J. Simpson. All right, time is up. 33.8% of you getting this one right. It's not John Lennon. John Lennon famously does a little picture of himself often with his autograph. But Jude Law, that's all he does. Just those 3 little squiggles. Evil Floof into the lead, but you're tied with Matt and Nikki on 139. Johnny B still there, mate, just 1 point behind them. Grand Inquisitor 124 and the Nameless Horror 123. Just a mum. Maybe that previous question with multiple gin answers didn't help. All right, number 27. Which famous sports star has a surname that means one who trades in quills? Michael Schumacher, Roger Federer, Diego Maradona, or Jack Nicklaus? Michael Schumacher, Roger Federer, Diego Maradona, Jack Nicklaus. One of their surnames means one who trades in quills. Who is that? Federer is the correct answer. Roger Federer, 62.1% of you getting it right, which begs the question, why on earth doesn't he play badminton? That's where the real money is, right? Probably needs a few quid. Evil Floof, out in the lead. You fought your way back into the top 5 and moved to the top of the tree, 147 points. Johnny B goes back into second on 145. Matt and Nikki dropped to third, but still very much in touch, 134. And the Grand Inquisitor, 130, and the Nameless Horror, 128. They're in the top 5 and seemingly want to stay there. Okay, let's try another one, number 28. If you dug a hole through the centre of the earth, starting from Wellington in New Zealand, which European country would you end up in? Iceland, England, Russia, or Spain? Quick, look at a globe. Go like that. Or like that. I don't know. Correct answer here is Spain. 36.2% of you getting it right. The majority of you getting it right. Yeah, you would, if you went with an absolute straight line, it would be Spain. And I don't want to hear any of these silly flat earth comments in the feed here. That's great. Evil Floof 154. Johnny B back into second, 151. Matt and Nikki 149. The Grand Inquisitor 138, and the Nameless Horror 133. So that's your top 5, and it's been like that for a few questions. Can anybody else get into the top 5? Plenty of questions to come. Here's your next one. Native to the Caribbean, what sort of animal is the mountain chicken? Goat, frog, snake, or chicken? A mountain chicken, is it a goat, a frog, a snake, or a chicken? And your time is up. It's a frog. 31.4% of you getting it right. It's commonly called the mountain chicken. You can see the Latin name on your screens there. It's very much endangered as well. It lives in Dominica and Montserrat. Please don't eat them if you ever see them. They don't taste like chicken, I am assured. Evil Floof then, 160 points. Right old tussle with Matt and Nikki and Johnny B, who are tied on 156 in second and third respectively. The Grand Inquisitor 146 and the Nameless Horror still trying to chase you all down on 138. Here's question number 30 out of 50. Look at the picture. Which of these boxers lost the most professional fights? Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis. Okay, so which of those 4 lost the most professional fights? This is a tricky one. Looking at them, you'd think that they'd never lost, but it's actually Mike Tyson. 17.1% of you only getting that one. He won 50 but lost 6 and also had 2 no contests. Mayweather was completely unbeaten in 49. Ali lost 5 times and Lennox Lewis only lost twice with 41 wins. Evil Floof in the lead, 166. Johnny B outright second now, 164. Matt and Nikki dropped to third, 163. Grand Inquisitor and the Nameless Horror still in 4th and 5th place. Still trying to get into that top 3. Question number 31. True or false, the UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in the city of Reading. True or false? The UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in the city of Reading. Is that true or false? 50-50 chance here, but some of you might know if this is true or false. True is the correct answer. 66.8% of you getting it right. It's a nice little fun bit of trivia, isn't it? Evil Floof gets it right and now has a 6-point lead at the top. 174 points. Matt and Nikki into second place, 168. Johnny B, 164. Then it's 13 points back to the Grand Inquisitor. And then another, 8 points back to the Nameless Horror. So is anybody else going to come into the top 5? We've had the same 5 now for 6 or 7 questions. Keep going. 19 questions remain. This is number 32. Which European country has 158 verses in its national anthem? Is it Greece, Spain, Latvia, or Norway? Greece, Spain, Latvia, or Norway? That's just a representation of people singing the national anthem. It's the Italian football team that you can see there. Women's football team. Greece is the correct answer. 28% of you getting it right. They generally only sing 2 verses, the first 2 verses, but it does indeed have 158 verses. If you ever want to go and sing the whole thing, good luck to you. Evil Floof making moves. 179 points, 11 points now over Matt and Nikki on 168. Johnny B, third place, 164. And it's As You Were, the Grand Inquisitor, 159, still being chased by the Nameless Horror, 158. Here's question number 33. What is the world's best-selling soft drink that is not a cola? Is it 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Sprite or Dr. Pepper? So the world's best-selling soft drink that is not a cola. 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Sprite or Dr. Pepper? Time is up. What have you gone for? Tough one this. A real split across the answers. Mountain Dew is the correct answer, mainly because of the stakes. 24.8% of you getting that one right. Red Bull and what have you is not in there because they're not classed as a soft drink. They're classed in a completely different class of energy drinks. The same goes with water. So you wouldn't have Evian or whatever because they are classed, funnily enough, as waters. Evil Floof, 184. Matt and Nikki, 176. Johnny B, 164. Grand Inquisitor, 159. Nameless Horror, 158. Grand Inquisitor is catching up, Johnny. Careful. Here's your next question. First letter question. Which derogatory word is derived from a belief that people's behaviour is affected by the moon? LMNO. The question is not a cola. Litza. 7-Up is not a cola. You see. To read the question carefully. The correct answer is L for lunatic. Lunatic. And 73.8% of you getting it. Evil Floof, Matt and Nikki, Grand Inquisitor, Johnny B, Nameless Horror are your top 5. And Grand Inquisitor now into third place. Yeah, Litza. The question was, which of these is the best-selling drink, soft drink that is not a cola? That was the question. I hope you understand. Okay. All right, where are we? 34 down. 16 questions remain. It is a close one tonight, but Evil Floof leads the way as we go on to 35. The intro of the Beatles song, All You Need Is Love, features the national anthem of which country? USA, France, Germany, or UK? USA, France, Germany, UK. France is the correct answer. 58.5% of you getting it right. Evil Floof, Matt and Nikki, the Grand Inquisitor, Johnny B, and Just a Mum comes back into the top 5. Litza, let me explain again. The question was, which of these 4 is the world's best-selling soft drink that is not a cola? That's why the 4 of them were not colas. I'm sure you will understand it eventually. Okay, so the 4 drinks that we showed you were not colas. That was the whole point. The penny will drop, don't worry. Next question coming up. 36. What is the name of this dish in the picture invented in the USA in the 1950s? Sloppy Joe, calzone, stromboli, chimichanga. There you go, Litza. It's okay because you're under pressure, pal. It's fine because you've only got 15 seconds. You have to read quick. No need to apologise. Time is up. The correct answer is C, stromboli. You might got that one if you watch The Sopranos. 32.3% of you getting that one right. Evil Floof is the first player to break 200 points, but look at this. Matt and Nikki, you're just 2 points behind the first place now. The Grand Inquisitor still in third place, 174, chasing those 2 down. Nameless Horror up to 4th, 165. Johnny B in free fall a little bit, down to 5th. Still in touch though, 164 points. So Evil Floof and Matt and Nikki are the 2 to catch here. Here's number 37. First letter question. What is the surname of the man that was the MP for Tonbridge and Malling between 1974 and 2015? BSM-H are your 4 options. His surname begins with one of those letters. B, S, M or H? And the correct answer here is S. Sir John Stanley was the MP for all of those years. Tom Tugendhat is the current MP, as I'm sure a lot of you know. But yeah, between 74 and 2015, quite a long time. Sir John Stanley was the MP for Tonbridge and Malling. Evil Floof, 206, getting it right. Matt and Nikki, 199. The Grand Inquisitor, 174. Johnny B, coming back again, 170. Just a Mum as well makes an appearance, 166. But can she fight her way back to the top? 38. Look at the picture. It's the logo for which surfing brand? O'Neill, Quicksilver, Billabong or Rip Curl? Got any surfers around? Do you know your surf brands? O'Neill, Quicksilver, Billabong or Rip Curl? Take a guess if you're not sure. Time is up. The correct answer here is Rip Curl, and actually the vast majority of you getting it, 48.7%, getting it right. Evil Floof is not getting anything wrong at the moment. 211 points. Matt and Nikki, 204. Grand Inquisitor, 174. Johnny B, 117. Nameless Horror, 170. So it's a bit of a two-horse race right now, with 12 questions remaining. Can anybody catch Evil Floof and Matt and Nikki? I don't know. Keep going though, anything could happen. Loads of points still up for grabs. Here's number 39. The colossal squid has the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. Which of these is roughly the same size as one eye? A pool ball, a tennis ball, a football, or a basketball? A pool ball, a tennis ball, a football, or a basketball? There is a giant squid. That is an actual picture that you can see. Football is the correct answer. 38.9% getting it right. In a living colossal squid, they measure about 27 centimetres, so 10.6. So literally, like, huge, like a football. Evil Floof, 216. Matt and Nikki, 212. The Grand Inquisitor, 174. Just a Mum, up into 4th, 173. Johnny B, 5th place, 170. So we're going to need Evil Floof and Matt and Nikki to get some wrong for the rest of you to catch up. Will it happen? We will see. Here's your next question, number 40. Barophobia is the fear of what? Haircuts, trees, gravity, or drunk people? Barophobia. Haircuts, trees, gravity, or drunk people? Do you suffer from barophobia? Well, maybe you're about to find out. Time is up. The correct answer here is gravity. I love the fact that 15.7% of you think that it is the fear of drunk people. Gravity, it's an awful one as well. If you suffer with it, you literally feel that you might float away. It's terrible. Evil Floof, 221. Matt and Nikki, 217. The Grand Inquisitor is trying to catch up, 181. So is Just a Mum as well, 179. And Nameless Horror got that one right as well. This is not over, but Evil Floof and Matt and Nikki, they need to get some wrong. Here's number 41. Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes is a line from which popular adventure movie? The Mummy, Jumanji, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or The Goonies? 4 classic movies there. The Mummy, Jumanji, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Goonies, Snakes. Why'd it have to be snakes? 79.6% of you getting that one. It is, of course, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, look at this. Evil Floof for Matt and Nikki. I don't think you got that one right, did you? Okay. But it's 221 and then 217 for Matt and Nikki. Just a Mum into 3rd, 187 points. Grand Inquisitor, 181. And the Nameless Horror, 180. So Just a Mum is making a bit of a challenge here from nowhere. She dropped back and she's coming back. But can she catch the top 2? We will see. Here's number 42. Which of these insects has both a king as well as a queen? Termites, honeybees, wasps, or hornets? Termites, honeybees, wasps, or hornets? One of them has a king as well as a queen. Time is up. The correct answer here are termites. 59.4% of you getting it right, and the top 3 all got it right. So Evil Floof, 226. Matt and Nikki picking up a speed bonus, catching up, 225. Just a Mum, 85. You've got 194. So it's 31 points you've got to try to catch up. Grand Inquisitor, 187. Nameless Horror, 185. You guys need to get lots right here and hope the guys above you get some wrong. But it can happen. We will have a multiple answer question, remember, as well. Here's number 43. What name connects this Star Trek character in the picture and the retired tennis player that you can see there? Is it James T. Kirk, Pavel Chekhov, Leonard McCoy, or Montgomery Scott? So the 2 people that you can see there, the character and the tennis player, they both have the same name. But what is it? Time is up. What have you gone for? It's a tricky one, but you guys are good. 56.8% knowing that it is Pavel Chekhov. Maybe you recognise the Star Trek character more than you recognise the Russian tennis player who has retired for some years. Matt and Nikki go into the lead, 230. So they fought back to catch up Evil Floof, who drops to 2nd on 226. Just a Mum, 199. She's got 27 points to go to get to 2nd place. The Nameless Horror is also still in with a shout, 190. Grand Inquisitor still hanging around, 187. Here's number 44. At which point of a meal would you consume zabaglione, aperitif, starter, main course, or dessert? Zabaglione. When would you have it? Is it an aperitif, a starter, a main course, or a dessert? Obviously Italian, but when would you have it? Let's have a look. 66.8% of you getting it right. It's kind of a custard dessert. They can make it into a drink as well, but generally it is a custard-style dessert. So lots of you getting it right. Matt and Nikki, 235. Evil Floof, 231. Just a Mum through 200 points, 204. Nameless Horror, just 9 points behind her on 195. Grand Inquisitor, just 1 point behind him on 194. So, still relatively close, but it seems to be between Matt and Nikki and Evil Floof as we go on to number 45. Which actress played the daughter of the title character in Ally McBeal? Was it Kristen Stewart, Blake Lively, Kate Upton or Hayden Panettiere? Okay, so when they were younger, who played the daughter of Ally McBeal in Ally McBeal? Popular show back in its day. Did you watch it? Hayden Panettiere is the correct answer. She ended up marrying and then divorcing one of the Klitschko brothers, talking about boxing earlier. But I'm pretty sure they're divorced now. 25.4% of you getting that one right. Matt and Nikki did, and Evil Floof did not. Matt and Nikki with a huge lead now. 243 to Evil Floof, 231. Our reigning champion, Just a Mum, in third place, 109, but being chased down by the Nameless Horror and the Grand Inquisitor. But they need to start getting things right. We've got 5 questions remaining. Here is number 46. In Australian slang, what would you usually do with a maggot bag? Would you kick it, wear it, eat it, or drink it? A maggot bag. If you're Australian, this should be a bit easier for you. But what would you do with a maggot bag? Kick it, wear it, eat it, or drink it? Time is up. The correct answer here is eat it. It's Australian slang for a meat pie. Simple as that, a meat pie. And only 22.3% of you getting that one right. Matt and Nikki, 248. Just a 9-point lead ahead of Evil Floof. Just a Mum, 216. Grand Inquisitor, 199. Nameless Horror, 195. We've got just 4 questions remaining. It looks like it's a 2-horse race, but who knows? Can any of the rest of you catch up? I think it might be too late, so it could be a 2-horse race. Here's your next question, number 47. Which world first occurred in Tonbridge in 1896? Was it the first professional women's football match? Was it the first speeding fine issued? Was it the first electric street lamps being installed? Or was it the first ever Wetherspoons pub opening? One of those happened for the first time anywhere in the world in Tonbridge in 1896. Which one? It was the first speeding fine being issued. 35% of you getting it right. I love the fact that nearly 10% of you genuinely think that Wetherspoons opened in Tonbridge for the first time anywhere in the world in 1896. I think that's just wishful thinking. The chap that got it was he was speeding in Paddock Wood and he was doing 8 miles an hour in a 2 mile an hour zone. Absolutely reckless, and he was caught after a chase with a policeman on his bicycle. Matt and Nikki, 248. Evil Floof, 239. And it's Just a Mum, Grand Inquisitor, Nameless Horror. Next question. Look at the picture. What's the name of this character from the classic video game Street Fighter 2? M. Bison, Balrog, Akuma, Blanka. M. Bison, Balrog, Akuma or Blanka? We are getting to the end of this quiz. Do you remember the character? I wasted lots of 50p's on this game. Blanka is the correct answer here. Just 26.8% of you getting it right. And it's Matt and Nikki out in the lead, 253. Evil Floof, 244. Just a Mum, 221. Grand Inquisitor, 204. And the Nameless Horror, 200. So you've all broken 200 points, but it really does look to be a 2-horse race. So we have 2 questions remaining. One of them will have multiple answers. So there is a chance, but it's only a small one. Here's your next question, your penultimate question, number 49. How many of the 7 deadly sins begin with the letter G? 0, 1, 2, or 3? 0, 1, 2, or 3. How many of the 7 deadly sins begin with the letter G? Time is up. What have you gone for? 2 is the correct answer. Greed and gluttony. The others are lust, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. So 67.4% of you getting it right. And it's Matt and Nikki's quiz to lose here. 253. Evil Floof, 244. Just a Mum, 229. Nameless Horror, 205. Grand Inquisitor, 204. And your final question will have multiple answers. It looks to be between Matt and Nikki and Evil Floof to win it tonight. Good luck, guys. Here comes your final question. This is 50 out of 50. Please select 3 songs from the 1964 film Mary Poppins. The Perfect Nanny, The Life I Lead, Stay Awake, Dancing with a Broken Heart, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 of them are songs from the movie Mary Poppins. Which ones? Click them all. All right, your time is up. All right, the correct answers we were looking for were the top 3. The Perfect Nanny, The Life I Lead, Stay Awake are the correct answers. Dancing with a Broken Heart and 5, 6, 7, 8 are hit songs by the band Steps. And look at this, they led the way for a long time and they win. But it's nice to have a new winner. Unlucky Just a Mum. Matt and Nikki, you are our winners tonight. 268 points. And it was a convincing lead in the end. It looks like you got all of those answers right on the final question. So it was close until the final question. Evil Floof, 246 points. Second place this evening. Well done to you. Just a Mum, our two-time champion, couldn't quite pull it out the bag tonight. She ended up in third place with 245. The Nameless Horror and the Grand Inquisitor, you guys left it just a little bit late. You got into the top 5 and just could not push on. And then your top 10 was rounded out tonight by Sally Salsa, who broke 200 points. And to do that on this quiz is very tough, so well done you. Horror number 4, Les Quizarab, Leslie Nope from Parks and Rec. Nice to have her joining in tonight. And the Stationary Wilburys made up your top 10 this evening. So well done to Matt and Nikki. We're going to see if we can organise our prize for you. Let's have a look and see what went on with the feed. So we've already got Edward claiming 50th place, which means that you'll be getting a prize. Did anybody else get a prize? We're looking for 25th, 50th and 100th position tonight. And that will mean a prize for you. So we've already got Edward claiming one prize, but let me quickly show you what will be won. So Matt and Nikki, congratulations. Bottle of Prosecco being delivered, providing you're anywhere in the Tonbridge area, by Garth at the George and Dragon. Remember, support your local pub. 25th place tonight. If that's you, you will get this lovely gift set delivered out to you next week, in the coming week, should I say. Jarvis Beauty, thanks once again to Kim for supporting us. And please go and support another local business, jarvisbeauty.com. Or look them up at Jarvis Beauty on Facebook. Thank you so much to you guys. If you're in 25th place, we need to hear from you. We will have your details on the report, but it's nice if we hear from you directly as well, because you've got a prize. Now, we do have someone claiming this one, but thanks again to Sports Massage GB for providing the massage. Make sure you drop us a line, and we'll make sure you get your prize. 100th place as well, Waitrose and the lovely Angie down there. Whoever's got 100th place, we do need to have your details so we can log them with Angie, and we'll ask you to head along and go and see them from Wednesday or Thursday. That would be great. So let's have a look and see if anybody is claiming anything over here. Let's just get rid of the game screen because we don't need that, and we don't need that. That's better. Okay, let's have a quick look down here. Lots of well dones. Okay. Anybody claiming? Some people saying it's a bit easier this week. You're welcome. Okay. Planked out at 31st, not too bad. 25th, Elena, first person to sign in and say hello tonight, and you are 25th. So your prize tonight is not a bad one. You're going to get the lovely gift set from Jarvis Beauty just there. So well done. Make sure you drop me a line, please. You can find me on the Facebook page. 25th has been claimed. 50th has been claimed. We're not hearing anything from 100th place, so I might have to go and look that up. So what do you need to do now? Well, all you've got to do, if you've had some fun tonight, is have a quick look at this. Only if you want to. Please consider supporting them. This is your local food bank based at Tonbridge Baptist Church. They are working their fingers to the bone. If you want to volunteer as well, I know they need help down there. If you want to donate food, actual food, buy a few extra tins, drop them in. There are collections that go on around the town. I'm pretty sure, and apologies if I've got this wrong, but I do believe there is a major collection going on at Tonbridge School where you can drop food off at Tonbridge School if that's a bit more convenient. But please look that up yourselves just to be sure. But if you could support them tonight financially, just with a couple of pounds or more if you want to. If you've had fun this evening playing this free quiz, go along and see them at justgiving.com/fundraising/sustain food bank. And I do ask one thing: if you do make a donation, please say that it's from the quiz, because Gemma is keeping a running total for us kindly, so that we can we can see how much we've got. Now I'm just getting a message through here because I'm getting messages on my screen, and Matt and Nikki, although they have relations in Tonbridge, are saying that they would like to send the Prosecco to the food bank for the volunteers. How nice is that? All right, I think we can arrange that. So Gemma, the winners, Matt and Nikki tonight, would like to donate the bottle of Prosecco to the food bank for the volunteers to maybe once they've finished their shift to have a small glass of a thank you bubbly, as it were. So what a lovely thing to do. Thank you so much, Matt and Nikki. You are still our reigning champions, but well done to you. We will arrange for Gemma and the team to get a little thank you from you. Okay, that's your quiz tonight. Thank you so much for playing along. I will post a little update on the Facebook page. If you've enjoyed tonight, please go and share it with your friends. Tell whoever you can. Post it on any other groups that are local. Just do whatever you can. Get more people in, because the more people we have, the better. And if you would like to sponsor a prize, we have got a couple of prizes for the coming week. But if you would like to offer a prize, whether it's a service or a product from your company, or if you have a company that hasn't really got a service or product that would make a good prize and you want to give an alternative prize, for example, we had the mortgage brokers last week that gave a B&Q voucher. That was absolutely fine. We'll promote you and tell everybody about you, and we'll give away some prizes. So please contact me. You can find me on the Facebook page. It's pretty simple to get me on there. And if you want a prize tonight, remember, please contact me, because I do need to get your numbers and your addresses and stuff like that. So, great quiz tonight, everybody. Please stay safe, and please, pay attention to that 2-meter rule, because we all want to get back to normal as soon as possible. If you've taken a picture, make sure you post it on the Facebook page as well. But I will love you and I will leave you. Come on, you angels, and I will see you next Sunday.